Today's numbers from the Siena Research Institute show Murphy trailing Gibson by 9 points.
New polling as well from Siena College. It shows a statistical tie in Pennsylvania. That's based on surveys done both before and after the debate.
A new Siena Research Institute poll finds that consumer confidence rose 10.9% last month.
We've got another couple of polls for you in states not thought of as battlegrounds, but they're close. In Pennsylvania, Siena College poll has the president up with just 3 points over Romney now, 43-40.
Today we get the first look at where the candidates are standing post-convention as Siena College released its latest poll.
As we saw earlier in our program, the presidential race has now tightened considerably. How do I know?
A new poll from the Pew Research Center.
Gallup Daily Tracking Poll.
Fox News polling from Siena College.
Girl Scouts came to us with the issue that they have recruiting minority girls, girls in low-income areas, specifically what they refer to as their Tri-City areas, which is Amsterdam, Schenectady, and Troy. They also have a lot of trouble recruiting girls or retaining girls past the age of 10. We decided to do an interactive research event, which was a first for us, targeting 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th graders. And the recruitment went very well. We actually ended up recruiting 80 girls easily. So we split up the day into sessions of Discover, Connect, and Take Action. And after each session, we did a focus group type activity with the girls to collect their feedback. We were very fortunate that right here on campus, people work with the North Albany Girl Scout troop. So we were able to talk to the leaders of that troop and find out from their perspective what challenges they faced putting together a troop in a economically depressed area, a group that is predominantly minority girls, and they've been able to successfully keep those girls through junior high and even into high school. Looking back on it now, I think we absolutely got the information that the Girl Scouts needed.
The easiest way to introduce it is to talk a little bit about how colleges go about understanding and measuring the community service that the students at a college perform, and consequently how big of a contribution is that college or university making to the community in which it resides. I and Dr. Matthew Johnson were on the faculty of a college in West Virginia, and routinely that college would say in its promotional materials things like 95% of our students perform meaningful community service. So at the time, I said, well, have you got a survey? And they said, well, no. And I said, well, where's this number come from? And they said, you know, after a series of questions, they finally admitted that they just made it up. I said, well, we ought to measure. But we designed and tested the survey with a group of about 20 students from that college. And as we designed it and built it, we tried to go a little bit deeper than just asking students a simple question, which is often asked in other instruments. Do you engage in any community service? Yes or no? And then we realized that there's all sorts of different degrees with which people participate in community service. And so we thought it important to also measure not only whether people were involved, in what area, with what level of frequency, but at what level of depth. Simultaneously, we became very much interested in the relationship between having engaged in service before being a college student as compared to while being a college student. Was there a drop-off? So we wanted to know the relationship between service and the academic mission of the college. So that's what we do within the NASI.
My favorite thing about working at SRI is being able to investigate and find out the opinions of different groups of people and how other people think.
I don't come into work and I'm not sitting there doing the same thing every day. Every day is something completely new. I learn something every day because I don't know everything there is to know about the Girl Scouts or politics or the American Red Cross or whatever organizations we're working with. So I'm constantly learning something, and I'm never working on something for too long, so it's always fresh every time I come to work.
My favorite thing about working at SRI is that we get to work on different projects every day, and we get to work with a variety of different clients and nonprofits.
I get to do something different all the time. Like right now we're studying the different areas of New Haven, Connecticut. So that I'm doing one day, whereas last week we were focused on congressional districts and politics and who was up, who was down. My job changes on a daily basis, and that's what I really enjoy about working at SRI.